Hello, it's Melinda, and today I'm gonna give you 9+1 reason why to do baby wearing. So, without further ado, let's go. Number 1 is baby wearing is a human instinct. We do something gorgeous to us and to our body and to our baby when we do baby wearing because we just do what we were born to do. If you look at human beings from an anthropological point of view, which means that from the point of view of studying human body and human beings as it is, then we see that we were born in the group of living creatures that carry their infants. So baby wearing is nothing more than do what we are instinctively supposed to do, which is only healthy. Following our instincts is only healthy. Reason number 2, kangaroo care. Many of you might have heard of baby wearing in terms of kangaroo care, when basically premature babies are being taken onto the chest of their mother or their father to help the gestational term to be fulfilled this way in close contact, in close skin contact, which means that it's something that's much more beneficial than just being in an incubator. If a baby is stable enough, then skin to skin contact and the close proximity of the mother really helps that baby to get there, to say so. It boosts their immunity, it boosts their overall development, and it also helps parents to bond with a baby who was born way too early and who has to stay in the hospital very often. So number 2 was kangaroo care. Number 3 is postnatal depression. In some of my other videos, I mentioned that I had a really bad case of postnatal depression after my first baby was born, and baby wearing was something that definitely helped me to reconnect to him, to be able to go out and about and yet feel that my baby is close, nothing's gonna happen, we are together, and it really helped me to stabilize my overall being on many other neurodevelopmental and chemical way that I'm not gonna bore you with now. It's really geeky. If you want, then please give me a shout in the comments below and I can talk about it more. But baby wearing is an excellent tool to help to get out from postnatal depression, and it's also true for dads who baby wear, because dads also often have postnatal depression, and it's such a great way for them to connect. So let's go to the next point. Point number 4 is breastfeeding. Now, there is a very interesting link between breastfeeding and baby wearing through the close proximity in which your baby is when you're baby wearing. Imagine that your baby is this close to you. So imagine that your baby is this close to you, such as this special doll to practice baby wearing with. Don't get scared. And that really helps to boost your milk production. So I'm working as a baby wearing coach as well, and what we found is that when you're wearing a baby, much oxytocin is going to be freed in your brain, and that oxytocin is going to kickstart your milk production and really boost your milk production, which means that when you're wearing your baby, you're going to have more milk most of the times. For some people, it works so well that actually they will notice that they will soak through in an hour or so. It's something that's definitely give you confidence with breastfeeding as well. That's just a very interesting human link yet again, because baby wearing is a natural instinct. So we were made to gather our baby's clues, also feeding clues from such close proximity. And when a baby touches your skin here, when a baby is going like this, that it all gives you this very specific information that, okay, baby wants to feed, do make more milk, which is an amazing thing. It's a very inexpensive and a very pleasant way to boost milk production. And I have to tell you at this point that today's carriers that I'm going to show you were gifted to me by Lilliputty, and if you'd like to learn more about their products, I'll put their link in the description box below. But for now, yeah, just look at this. It's a very easy way to wear a baby. It's a ring sling. It's super handy for at home, and it really is a very, very inexpensive way to benefit from all these 9+1 fantastic things that baby wearing can do to you. And with this, let's move on to number 5. Point number 5 might just be the most important benefit of baby wearing, and that is that research shows that babies who are being born for at least 3 hours a day will sleep better and cry less, which is, I think, something that we all would like to achieve in a way. Again, it's a very interesting research, and we can come back to the point that baby wearing is our natural human instinct, and fulfilling this really helps to stabilize a baby as well as a mother in this very, very fragile period. And therefore, babies would actually cry less and sleep better and be calmer and more balanced overall. And this takes me to point number 6, which is nothing more than that you can work with your baby. It empowers you to have your hands free. It's super practical and feels amazing. I was, let me see, yeah, my second son was only 6 weeks old when I gave my first baby wearing workshop, and he was just on my back all the time. And for as long as he didn't start to crawl around, we just worked together, which was absolutely amazing. And we can still work together if it's a calmer moment and he's on my back, because also small babies can go on your back, no problem. Look at this. This is a very simple carrier, a super handy buckle carry, and baby can just be on your back like this. If you have a newborn, it's a very special technique how you do that. But either way, baby wearing will make your 2 hands free. And if you have the kind of job, no matter where you are in the world, where you, for example, have to do catering. I know someone who does catering with a baby, obviously, then it's really handy to put the baby on your back, and it's going to empower you to go back to the workforce if you want to, without having to leave your baby at home. Especially if you are entrepreneur like I am, you don't need to comply to so many regulations as you might have to at a workplace. You can just take your baby with you, and in the first half year where breastfeeding is the most important thing and being close is the most crucial, then yeah, what could be better than keeping your baby with you in a carrier, front or back? This is the perfect reason to baby wear. And let's move on to the next one. So the next point is something I talked about in my previous videos, and let's think about baby wearing as a solution for different problems. Think about it. How do you go out with your baby if you're sitting in a wheelchair? Baby wearing is your perfect option. Either you are choosing a stretchy wrap, for example, like this, or a special facing out carriers, because actually facing out baby wearing is not something that we recommend, but we are also flexible enough to see that sometimes it's needed. So there are special facing forward carriers that are ergonomically designed, and you can wear them in a wheelchair. So mothers and fathers who are sitting in wheelchair don't have to be deprived from their independence. They can go to the shop and go on about their business like usual while wearing their baby, who is safe and cozy in their lap. And then you can think about baby wearing also as a solution for children who might be born with different birth defects or difficulties, and who are difficult therefore to put down, or who don't tolerate buggy, for example, at all. Baby wearing can really give you a chance to reconnect, to help. There are so many amazing stories when baby wearing helped children who were otherwise really, really restless, and families finally could actually go out together and do things together just like any other family, and they could forget about any kind of sickness and problem, because it was all possible thanks to baby wearing. And this brings us to our next point. So, reason number 8 is nothing more than involving others. They say that it takes a village to raise a child, and it is very true. Through baby wearing, you can share the basic responsibilities with others, and you can be absolutely sure that baby is in the right spot, is being taken care of. The clues are going to be there immediately to be picked up, and your husband, your wife, your your parents, your best friends can all chip in with baby wearing. Because I remember when my son was just born, my first son, and he is quite a character. He didn't like sleeping. He liked being breastfed and he liked being cuddled, and that was it. And otherwise he was screaming. So it was absolutely amazing that other people took him out for a walk sometimes in the rep, and I could just rest. And it's also a lot of fun because you can use different types of carriers, you can switch them around, you can have a focus on the carrying action and your beautiful reps while good things are happening to you, and while you can actually share this love with others. Baby wearing really creates a little community, so it's not about only sharing the responsibilities about your babies with others, but in many countries baby wearing clubs are just a great place to be and a great support network when you are starting out as a parent. And this will bring me to my 9th point, and that is actually just an interesting one. So we are talking about that it feels good, it's good for the milk production, yada yada yada. But what's really really nice is that you are going to be walking with some weight on you that you are already used to, since you were carrying a lot more weight actually during your pregnancy than when you only carry the 3.6 kilograms baby, after birth giving. So it has one huge benefit, and that is weight loss. It really helps you to keep fit. So once you are up and running, and you really have to take your time before you start baby wearing, for some, you can do it the next day for an hour or so after birth giving. I did that with my second son. With my first son, I had to wait about 3 months before I was in a good enough physical condition to baby wear. But from that point on, it's just such a great tool to get your exercise every day. It's really, really, really cost effective, and it has only benefits and no downsides whatsoever. And weight loss comes naturally in a very, very nice and steady way. So, well, who could ask for anything more? And this brings me to my very last point, why we do baby wearing. So the very, very last reason in this list is nothing more than baby wearing is rather sexy. And I left this bad boy for the last bit. You could see it here behind me. This is one of the coolest carrier I've ever seen. Bringing some fun in your life is great, and feeling good in your skin is also great. When I gave birth and I started baby wearing, I noticed that obviously my body was not yet back to the pre-pregnant state, and it was really lovely that I could conceal quite a bit with my reps and carriers. It's an excellent tool. If you don't feel too great that day, you just pick a carrier like this that is full of colors, and you are going to feel instantly sexier and happier. Let alone that men look really, really good when they baby care. At least this is my opinion. Please let me know in the comment box below if you agree. But when my husband baby wears, I seriously think that it's really, really sexy. So, having said that, what are your reasons to baby wear? Why do you baby wear? Or why do you think it's good? And did I miss something? Because I think I could talk about it literally all day long. Now you've seen a few carriers. I hope I inspired you. I'll put the link to this company in the description box below. And also I will link the other part of this baby wearing series. I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumb up and share it. Let's share the baby wearing love with everybody. And let's hope that we can give something to the community this way. I hope to see you next time. And until then, see you.